They've got Iowa State, and we have the Kansas Jayhawks. Both teams playing game number 5 of their Big 12 slate. 58 degrees. Wind could be a factor. Wow, 20-mile-an-hour winds with gusts up to 30 miles per hour. The game is being played in Kansas. Guess we shouldn't be that surprised.
No, shouldn't be surprised, but that will be a factor. You got to think that the obvious choice now is to run the football between both teams.
All right, here's your head coaches. Both of them from Northeast Ohio originally. Matt Campbell from Massillon, Ohio, while Les Miles is from Cleveland. West Side, he's from Elyria. And history is being made with this kickoff. This is now going to be 100 meetings between these two schools. First meeting way back 1898. I don't recall that one. But for the most part, Kansas doing work. They lead the season series, or the all-time series, 50-43 with 6 ties. But Iowa State, they have done work. They've won each of the last 5. Low spinning kick, maybe trying to keep it out of the wind. Picked up by an up back. That's Ben Miles, the coach's son. And Kansas will start with the ball on the 32-yard line.
He's just got to play more consistent.
Kansas coming off a loss a week ago against Kansas State. First carry of the ball game, Belton Gardner nowhere to go. Gardner again in the backfield. This will be the first throw. Daniels completes it out to Kwame Lassiter in the second, and another nominal gain. It was Datrone Young who came up with some aggression to set up third down. 3rd and 6 for the first time today. Luke Grimm comes into the game for Kansas. He wears number 80. He's operating out of the slot, bottom of your screen. And we have a timeout. 3rd down and 6 after the timeout. Daniels, wonderful feet, buys time, and his pass is broken up, almost intercepted. That was Iseem Young, redshirt freshman, who's got hands on it. Well, and that's the time for Kansas Jayhawk fans. Last week, 2 punt returns for touchdowns against them. This time, discretion is the better part of valor.
What a nightmare last week was for their special teams. They even when they tried later in the game to directionally punt, get the ball out of bounds, they still kicked it away. There was a big return late in the 3rd quarter. So
Brock Purdy's done so much in just 3 years as the signal caller for Iowa State.
Yeah, he's been dynamic in everything. I mean, he's got 22 school records, and he's a runner as well. He would much rather pass, but watch him using his legs as well.
Play action on first down, out in space. Catch and run by Landon Akers, and he has got 12 yards on first down. Tight end Charlie Kohler goes in motion. And another play fake to Hall. And the tight end Dylan Sainer with the catch. Dylan Sainer was one of 3 tight ends who are in that starting lineup for Iowa.
Go back. Xavier Hutchinson, he's the guy that has to be the difference maker on the outside of Breece Hall, and Charlie Kohler, an All-American tight end.
Another pass for Purdy. This time he gets it over to Hall. First time he touches the football, breaks the tackle, and lunges out to the 45-yard line. Traditional running play off left tackle. This is Hall out in space. Hall inside the 40 down to the 39. Karan Prunty the tackle, but a big time gain for Hall. A pickup of 16.
We'll take a look on the right side of your screen. You're going to see Dylan Sainer, the tight end, who gets a lot of high praise for what he can do in the run game. Just push out that defensive end and create such a wide lane. You don't have to have incredible vision to see that hole.
Hall will catch a blow. Kene Nwangu replaces him in the backfield, number 3. Perfect drive so far for Iowa State. Purdy is 3 for 3 throwing the football. And Hall with his 16-yard run a moment ago. Make it 4 for 4 for Purdy. This is Akers' second catch. And Akers inside the 20. He can scoop. Another big gainer for the Cyclones. So back-to-back plays, 16-yard run by Hall, and now a 21-yard catch and run for Akers. Nwangu with his first carry right up the gut. He's got a chance. Touchdown, Iowa State. Right up the gut, 18 yards for 6 points for Iowa State.
We'll take a look at just the motions that Iowa State's using right now. You're going to get Sainer again. That little wind back right there, that freezes everybody. Everybody thinks this is going to be a perimeter type play. Hayden Hatcher, the jack linebacker, sort of floats out there. He's got to close that down more and take away that air. Just a great blocking scheme, a great setup there for Iowa State.
Extra point is true. What a drive for Iowa State. 6 plays, 80 yards. Capped off by the touchdown by Kene Nwangu. But Matt Campbell's bunch, they banked some good wins. They've already got wins over TCU, Oklahoma, and Texas Tech, and they still have 4 more games remaining in conference.
Yeah, they started off great. Obviously, their first game of the season didn't go the way they wanted it, but that game last week was all about penalties and missed field goals.
Big arm. Throw down the middle, looking for Parchment, and it's incomplete. So it sets up a 2nd down and 10. Gardner walled off after a gain of a yard. 4-man rush. Daniels throws on the run. It's complete. That's a 1st down. Finds Parchment. A flag is down in the field. Now this would be the first down for Kansas.
Offense number 68.
Well,
10 yards from the previous spot. Replay 32.
Looking downfield, nobody home. Daniels keeps it. Oh, the Malachi crunch absolutely obliterated at the 35-yard line. Ball comes loose. And they're going to rule him down. So it's still Kansas ball. It's 4th down. And the youngster, Daniels, has got to learn to get down or at least get out of bounds. That was it the entire afternoon. So if we got anything that looks sideways, he can clear it up for us.
And speaking of sideways, that ball does kind of squirt out sideways to me. And, you know, I'll agree with Dean on this one. We'll see what the official ruling is, but it looks like he loses possession just before he gets down to the ground. And then, as he mentioned, you got to look at the recovery. Was there a clear and obvious recovery? And there certainly was by Iowa State's defense.
After the play, the ball was out before the runner was down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Iowa State.
Let's see if Hall is a part of what they're doing here. Yep, this is Breece Hall, 2nd carry of the ball game. Shifty moves, trying to get to the edge. Hall inside the 10. Hall is out of bounds inside the 5. What a run by Breece Hall.
Well, take a look at the wash that this offensive front gives. Watch all these guys just kind of push down. Look at that. See how he attacks Colin Newell, the center there, and closes off that space and then cuts it back. That's how you use your blockers on the scheme like that. And he is masterful at using patience and tempo to set everything up.
It clearly stepped out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. So it's 1st down and goal. Direct snap goes to Hall, lowers the head, and plows forward to the 1-yard line. Kansas playing without Denzel Feaster and no Drew Prox. So their linebacking core is in flux. Trying to take advantage. Purdy, touchdown. There is a flag down. Rushing touchdown for Purdy. If it stands, it's his 3rd of the year. But
Defense number 14 lined up in the neutral zone. The penalties decline. The result of the play is a touchdown.
so it stands. Another touchdown for Iowa State. Their 2nd touchdown in the first 7 minutes of the game.
And you're going to see him just go back to the outside. It was a run blitz, just like I was talking about. They ran the run blitz on the inside, and Stephen Parker has to know that you've got to stay outside. Be wider than the widest. He loses that discipline, and Brock makes him pay.
Connor Asali made an extra point a moment ago. And this one is hooked. Bad miss. So 6 points for Brock Purdy in Iowa State, but they missed the extra point. Their lead is now 13, a baker's dozen. 13-zip Iowa State on top of Kansas. Right now, everything is definitely slanted in favor of the Cyclones.
Yeah, and it's been a nice little balance of run and pass. 69 yards rushing and 46 yards passing. No answers right now for that KU defense.
Best pass of the game for Jalen Daniels. It's Parchment.
We just played with tempo. He seems to play better when we play fast.
Hand off to Highshaw, and he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
There's nothing there for this big-ranked rush defense for Iowa State.
Only a three-man rush. And the pass is hot. Gardner,
Freshman try to beat us with eight guys in coverage.
little quick pass, and nothing there. A flag is down. It was Gardner who had been flanked out in the slot who make.
Fouls on the play. Live ball, foul. We had an illegal block in the back. Offense number 4. That penalty is declined. After the play is over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 4. That's number 4's first unsportsmanlike of the game. Also after the play, unsportsmanlike offense number 2. Excuse me. That unsportsmanlike is on number 2 of the defense.
3 minutes of my life I'm not getting back. Oh, man, Iowa State bringing the house. They don't get to the punter. And the fair catch is called for and made at the 9-yard line.
That's kind of what led to the big 3-minute delay.
Play action. Out in space, Xavier Hutchinson, his first catch of the afternoon. And it's good for close to 20 yards. More
The second and Mandrill and second and short.
More play action. Out in space, Akers, third catch of the quarter for the senior receiver from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
They're on their heels defensively, and now you feel like you've got the advantage.
Hall with an opportunity. And dodged down to the ground before he is hit hard. Gavin Potter, the tackle. It's a gain of 4. It's the first third down of the game for Iowa State. And the quarterback, Purdy, keeps it, and he's got enough for the first down. And Purdy, the junior, saw something he didn't like, has to call a timeout.
Hard to call that Texas-Oklahoma State game, but Kansas State right now knotted at 3-3 with West Virginia in Morgantown.
Purdy remains perfect. And this time he is brought down. He is sacked. Dejon Terry. Close to 350 pounds. Loss of 5. Purdy off his back foot. And the pass is bobbled but completed. Sean Shaw, sophomore wide receiver, has enough for the first down. Chains will move.
Well, that was just seen linebackers come up the middle.
10 yards from the previous spot. We play second down.
Wow, we didn't see that late flag. That actually is going to be nullified, the gain of 17, and it is going to go backwards 10 yards for Iowa State. Brees Hall back into the game next to Purdy. They fake it to him. Akers, fourth catch of the quarter. This time no one is fooled, and the tackle is made by Caleb Sampson, bringing. So third down and a bunch. Purdy underneath, catch is made by Shaw, makes the first man miss, but nowhere close to the line to gain. And Kansas is going to force the first Iowa State punt. Rivera averages 44 yards per boot. High kick into the wind, and look at that. Oh my goodness. That didn't even make it to the 50-yard line when it's all said and done.
It's change of the field.
Highshaw looked like he was thinking about throwing the football. He's tackled at the line of scrimmage. There's a flag that comes in late.
And the speed and the nuance of the game.
Bullet throw, tight end, Fairchild, his first catch. Gain of 7. It'll bring up third down and short. Third down. Daniels swarmed and brought down. Tackle is made right at the line of scrimmage. Jaquan Bailey, what's new? The senior from Jacksonville, another tackle for loss. He is the school's all-time leader in that category.
Yeah, he's just a beast off of the side. They will move him around across the defensive front to give him the best matchup. He can beat you with speed. He can use his hands really well. He has been an absolute stud for this team for a long time. He played as a true freshman, and he's been there ever since.
Now punting with the wind at the back. This one will be a touchback. Iowa State. Let's see if they run the football. Another short pass. It's complete. Johnny Lang Jr. comes out of the backfield and is met after a gain of a yard. Ricky Thomas is the first man. So Iowa State, they will switch sides of the field, and now they will play with the wind at their back as if they need any more advantage. They already lead 13-0 over Kansas.
First downs.
Quarterback Brock Purdy, 9 for 9. He's completed passes to 6 different receivers. And oh yeah, he's got a rushing touchdown. That's his first incompletion of the game. Looking for Hutchinson. And on the defense, Elijah Jones. Third down play. Purdy's pass is complete. He finds the tight end Kohler. That is Charlie Kohler's first catch, and he's got the first down for Iowa State.
Use that big body against him and that smaller defensive back, and you put it up high and away, impossible.
Purdy with time. Has the wind at his back, and his pass floats a bit, and it's deflected by Kenny Logan. That's one of the things. Second down and 10. Hall with an opportunity left side. Breaks that first wave out to midfield and pushed out of bounds. Doesn't look like he's going full throttle, but he's just picking up yards, swaths of yards.
Well, and that's the thing. There's such a subtleness and a smoothness to the way he runs. You see how he just kind of pulls back. He's almost got a governor on himself as he approaches the line of scrimmage, because he knows if he gets there too fast, the blocks are not going to be there.
Purdy flushed, being chased by Sampson, and gets the best that he can do. A pickup of 3, maybe 4 yards on first down. So it's 2 tight ends in the game for Iowa State, and this time it's sniffed out beautifully. That's Marcus Harris, redshirt, playing with the wind at their back. Quick slant, and that's going to be short of the line to gain. Hutchinson with the catch, but a decision for Iowa State on fourth down.
Yeah, kind of an interesting play design there. They had 7 yards to go, and they ran a slant at about 3 or 4 yards. And
so fourth down call for Matt Campbell. And it is caught right at the line to gain. I don't think so. Brees Hall out of the backfield, and that's going to be short.
I'm with you, man. I think this is going to be short. He's going to be at the top of your screen. He's just going to come right down on the line of scrimmage, or right at the first down line, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Second quarter.
Now, can their offense get it in gear? On the run, Daniels throws an absolute strike, and that'll be a first down catch. Kwame Lassiter, gain of 15 yards. Striking range, ball to 44. Daniels keeps the play alive. A flag in the backfield. And Daniels is down at the 42.
Holding offense number 61.
That's a pass that it looks like Daniels knows how to throw well. A frozen rope caught by Fairchild. Second catch for the tight end. Out and 10. Ball to 44. Another bullet caught by Grimm this time. Short gain. It'll bring up third down. He's going into a stiff win right now. Daniels across his body into no man's land, and he's lucky that one didn't get picked off. Fourth down play. Pocket holds. Looking for a bunch. Has it. True freshman receiver. A big gainer on fourth down.
Down the field, the young freshman was a finalist for the Player of the Year in the Kansas City metro area, and he's made a big play.
Nice open field tackle made by Young. Aishin Young. That'll be a loss on first down. Interesting formation as Daniels leaves the backfield. Direct snap to Highshaw. And Highshaw, what running! Oh, toughness for the true freshman. He broke 3 tackles and scores the touchdown.
And right right now there's a momentum that is not on their side. They need to stop this momentum that KU has built up, create it, or stop the momentum and create their own momentum on this drive. This will be interesting to see how they respond.
Wind at their back. Purdy. Catch is made by Hutchinson. Third catch for Hutchinson.
Need to jump that inside movement to stay inside and make a play on the outside.
Hall to the edge. Gain of 3. Forced out of bounds by Stephen Parker. Brees Hall actually very familiar with Lawrence, Kansas. He is a native Kansan. He is from Wichita.
And he is a former 4-star recruit that, tell you what, bypassed a lot of other colleges to go to Ames, Iowa.
Hall spun down close to the 40-yard line. So it's 3rd down and 1. Power formation for Iowa State. Oh, good job by a young Kansas defense to hold their ground.
Timeout. Iowa's
3rd down and 1. 3 tight ends in the game. They give it to Hall. And Hall is met at the line. It's going to depend on the spot.
It looks like they gave him the first down, but initially I did not think that he made it. You're going to see the motion by Sainer and just all the defensive linemen up front standing up the offensive linemen. To me, I didn't think that he got it, but it looks like they're going to mark the ball for a first down.
1st and 10, Iowa State.
Let's have it 1st down and 10. Nwangu replaces Hall in the backfield. Nwangu, a good job of picking up the blitz. And Purdy lives to fight another day, just throws it out of bounds. He was about... Play action.
Pass is incomplete.
It'll bring up 3rd down. Play clock is down to 2. 3rd down and 10. Purdy, pocket holds up. It is complete over the middle, finds Shaw. And a 1st down. Needed ball. Hall to the edge. And he spun down. Tackle made by Kenny Logan. Another young defensive back, sophomore from Florida. It's a 6-yard gain, though, for Hall.
We'll take a look at Logan's finish right there. I'm talking about finishing strong. I talked earlier about the way that Brees Hall can finish going forward, falling forward. You get a hard physical tackle like that, no chance to pick up extra yardage.
Iowa State now need to work their magic again. 2nd down and 6. Blitz is picked up. Purdy. And that pass is caught, they're going to say, but a nominal gain. Johnny Lang. All that really did is kept the clock moving. If it had been incompletion, the clock would have stopped, but he was right.
on the field is an incomplete pass.
Line to gain is the 19. Another blitz. This time it's picked up, and the catch is made. Inside the 10. Hutchinson, another grab. His 4th of the half, a pickup of 15 yards.
It's that little subtle move that gets him some space to get open.
Another quick hitter, and this time Hall is stopped. So Hall's having a lot of success on the edges. Between the tackles, not so much. Pounds. Hall. This time the edge not there, cuts it back in and gets something out of it, at least down to the 2-yard line.
Nick Chandler, number 41, is like, wait, how did he get through there? I had him all bottled up. We did everything right. We had him bounce to the outside. He squares his shoulders, keeps his feet alive, but yet Brees Hall is just quick enough to find an angle and an edge to pick up more yardage.
I wonder if anywhere in the world they're actually watching this game on something called Channel 41. Wouldn't that be kind of cool?
Yeah, it would be kind of fun.
Yeah. All right, Brock Purdy has been perfect in the red zone for the most part in his career. He has never turned it over in the red zone. 3rd down and goal, making a good decision. Back of the end zone, touchdown! Charlie Kohler! Iowa State back on the board.
Well, and why wouldn't you? Earlier in this game, they targeted Kohler because he's 6'6" in the field of play. A perfectly thrown ball then, and now you find him lined up against a linebacker, which just from a skill set standpoint is going to be a mismatch. He breaks to the outside, widens out just a little bit, creates that space that he's looking to work in, and finds the back of the end zone.
Like a gentleman, right down the middle. It's a 13-point game once again. Iowa State on top of Kansas. But don't give up on the Kansas Jayhawks. Jalen Daniels' last drive was very good. 4 for 5 throwing the football. Remember, this is his first start as an 18-year-old. He's already made 3 starts as a 17-year-old. So when you're that young, you can improve quickly. All right, coming out of the end zone. And out to the 18-yard line. That was Kyler Pearson on the return.
Just like Iowa State answered strong, they need to answer strong offensively here for KU.
Going into the wind, a low dart. It's complete to Lassiter. Bobby Lassiter, the second. First down gainer for Kansas.
Miles said that was a huge turning point in that game.
Gardner. Clock continues to move, closing in on the 3-minute mark. Now
Throws are big-time interception opportunities.
the tight end Fairchild caught right after making the catch. Anthony Johnson, curious as a defender, a linebacker. Like 3rd down and 6. Quick hitter pass is complete to Grimm. Oh, they may have found something here. Luke Grimm is having a half.
Route, and he has to throw it in front of him.
Daniels, another bullet, this time getting his mitts on it and knocking it down. That's DJ Miller, backup safety. Kansas has just 1 timeout to use. Gardner breaks that first wave, and Gardner, a good run out to the 45, and he stops the clock by going out of bounds. Should mention that their new center is in the game. Garrett Jones, a true freshman center, has come on in relief of Chris Hughes. He has been the center this entire drive. He is the 3rd string center, and he's getting an opportunity and clearly doing something right, as the ball is the slight difference. The southpaw. First down and 10, and that's knocked out at the line of scrimmage. Daniels would like a do-over.
Try to get a score.
Snap was low. Daniels goes low to get it. Throws an absolute rocket across the middle of the field, and the catch is made by Parchment. You can hang a month's worth of laundry on that clothesline. My goodness.
I'm so impressed by his ability to scramble, extend plays, but then still keep his eyes down the field.
Jalen Daniels starting to figure it out. But now Swarm, the blitz is on, and it gets to him. Arnold Azuna and others brings him down. 3rd and 15. Daniels got a man behind him, sensed it, gets it out, and it's incomplete. 4th down and 15. Daniels steps up in the pocket, and a one-hopper. All right, so now it's 4th down and 15. Daniels throws, almost a tremendous one-handed catch by Ezra Naylor, but it's incomplete, and the ball will go over on downs to Iowa State.
Roughing the pass.
Oh!
Defense number 34, a blow to the head. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
O'Ryan.
Take a look right in the middle of your screen. There's Vance. He's been blitzing this whole series. Oh, boy. I don't see how you can make that call. His arms were up in the air trying to block and deflect the pass, and I didn't even actually see any contact to the head and neck area.
Well, Kansas may be in field goal range right now. Ball's at the 19. On the run, and the catch is made going directly out of bounds. That's Grimm. Clock did not stop until they have to down it. I thought that Grimm got out of bounds. And Borchilla Misses wide left. The wind. So that'll do it for our first half of play in Lawrence, Kansas. A 15-play drive for Kansas goes by the wayside with the missed field goal. 20-7 is our score. Iowa State on top of Kansas. Coming up after the break, it's the State Farm halftime show. Glad you're with us. My name is Eric Collins. My partner is Ben Lieber. A huge windy day on the plains. Wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. That's played a bit of a factor. But for the most part, it has been a fairly well-played game and tighter than we probably thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it didn't start off like that. You know, Iowa State came down and ran the ball in early on 2 scores, and we're like, oh, boy, here we go. Is this what we think it's going to be? And then I love the resolve and the fight that Kansas has had both on offense and defense. This has been a game of ebbs and flows like that. One team has momentum, the other team steals it back. And so this is an actual ball game that we have right now, and here's the first half. Highlights talked about the rushing touchdowns here for Iowa State. There's the first one by Nwangu, and then you get Brock Purdy going around the outside for his touchdown run. But then Kansas comes right back. They had a big 4th down conversion, a 31-yard play to get them down to the end zone, and Highshaw takes it in, showing nothing but muscle and grit and toughness. And then just like you saw, the touchdown catch at the end of the half by Kohler. And here is Brock Purdy, 16 of 21, and at the bottom of the screen there, 7 different receivers. That is a complete contrast to what they had last week down in Stillwater. They targeted Xavier Hutchinson all but the end of the drive. It wasn't until the end of the last drive of the game where they actually targeted a different receiver. So a whole different approach this game.
Let's take a look.
Good things may happen for them. They may end up in that championship game.
12 carries, 89 yards in the first half for Breece Hall. They give it to him to begin the 3rd quarter. And Hall is wrapped up by Kenny Logan, but not before a gain of 10 yards. Native of Wichita, Northwest High School. Play fake. Purdy finds Hall out of the backfield. And that'll be a loss. The Jack, Stephen Parker, redshirt freshman, was not fooled at all. Officially a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Blitz right up the middle. Purdy escapes. Throws before stepping out of bounds, and it's incomplete. Just living doing good work, keeping down this explosive Iowa State offense, at least so far early in our 3rd quarter. And some miscommunication. Did the ball hit the floor? Jyrell Brock jumps on it.
Started by Kansas defense.
Returnable kick for Lassiter. And Lassiter goes horizontally before being tackled. A little bit over 2 minutes into our 3rd quarter, and Velton Gardner back to the line of scrimmage, but that is all.
Yeah.
2nd down and 10. Daniels. Gain of 6. Met rudely by Aisheem Young. Young's a hitter. We've seen that.
Yeah, he was a part of that little sandwich situation that caused the fumble in the first half. And so he's a guy that centers up perfectly. He takes the right angle. You know, if he overruns a guy like Daniels, he's going to make a move and possibly make him miss. But he does a great job of playing inside-outside football. And the only move that Jalen had was towards the sideline, and he didn't just push him out. He made sure that he really went out of bounds.
Learned his lesson, you would think, after missing the first half of the game last week against Oklahoma State, serving a targeting penalty. 3rd down and 4. And Daniels maybe had a bit of room on the outside, chose to go right up the gut, and he didn't fool Enyi Uwazurike. Reese Vernon, freshman punter. Into the wind. And gets a positive 20-mile-an-hour winds gusting up to 30. Hasn't seemed to bother Breece Hall. He is knocking on the door of 100 yards. It would be his 6th consecutive game over the century mark.
Boy, my writing on this is terrible. I'm trying to draw an 84. That's the amount of yards that defense was giving up until that game, and he absolutely shredded them.
Here is Hall. And there's your 100 yards. Not a big gain, but it gets him from 99 to 101. Second straight carry for Hall. Can't turn the corner, and it'll bring up third down. Third down and 5. Purdy. Pass is complete, and it's Akers once again. Landon Akers had 4 catches in the first half. He now has 5 catches on the day. Gavin Potter, the tackle, but a gain of 12.
Double slant, and he's wide open.
Big ball. Purdy. Hutchinson incomplete. He was well defended by Kenny Logan.
Illegal substitution on the defense. 12 players on the field at the time of the snap. 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
Almost to the other side of Purdy. They give it to him. I'll tell you, this has not been nearly as easy as it was a week ago when Hall ripped off 2 carries of 60 yards or more against the Cowboys. Nwangu replaces Hall in the backfield. A couple of tight ends moving before that snap. And the catch is made, giving up ground. This is Joe Skates. He had the first down and then decided to go in reverse. It'll depend on the spot.
Yeah, you're right. He had the first down. All you have to think is first down mentality. You're going to see another blitz inside by this Kansas defense. Exposes kind of the outside soft coverage, but just fall forward and pick up the first down.
They've got the personnel to do it. 2 tight ends in the game. Allen and Kohler. Nwangu, he didn't get there. That did not fool any of the Jayhawks, and it is a no gain. 4th down. Iowa State's going to go for it. They tried this once in the first half, and it didn't work. 4th down and 1. Keeper, and Purdy hits his man. It's Hutchinson, 1 man to beat, and he beats him. Touchdown, Iowa State. On 4th down and 1, a touchdown, Xavier Hutchinson, 36 yards.
Well, gotta love the play call here. It's a little bit of a play fake, and you're going to see there's a linebacker out here that doesn't understand Kyron Johnson, whether or not he has coverage or he's going to pass this off to somebody else. You see him sort of stop his feet, and Hutchinson just sits down right there in that zone, and then it's just breaking a tackle and getting into the end zone.
A sally. Extra point is true, and the lead is now 20. 7 plays, 62 yards, 36-yard touchdown. Xavier Hutchinson.
Joni
State 27, Kansas 7. Move over Brett Meyer. You got company. Brock Purdy just threw his 50th career touchdown pass, and that ties him with Brett Meyer, who played between 04 and 07 for the most touchdown passes thrown in Cyclone history.
Plays so calm. You know, he can play fast. You know, his actions are fast, but you can tell his mind is just so calm and so comfortable in this offense.
Interesting, deciding to take it out. This is Logan, and Logan still on his feet. Some zigging and zagging. He's got a chance. What kind of speed do you have, young man? Touchdown, Kansas! Kenny Logan, where you been? 102 yards unofficially. How about Breece Hall?
Well, that's the biggest run of his day right there, and you can see a little bit of everything that he possesses. I talk about that tempo and the patience that he has at the line of scrimmage, and look at the moves, so sudden, so quick, and he's just really good with his vision and breaking tackles and always falling forward. So Breece Hall, 16 rushes, 107 yards, and he's not done yet.
And they've got the football back after the kickoff return for a touchdown by Kansas. Purdy, surrounded by Jayhawks, gives himself up at the 30-yard line.
They keep getting better on game day.
2nd down at 5 after the timeout. Hall to the edge. And it'll bring up 3rd down and short, but there is a flag down.
Holding offense number 55. 10-yard penalty replay second down.
The penalty against Iowa State. Second down at 15. Akers the man in motion. Just a three-man rush. Is this Akers? Oh, confusion. Wonderful play call by Iowa State, and it's a big gainer for Akers. Finally, a yard gain for Akers. Quick pitch and catch. Sean Young to the 50-yard line. To the 50-yard line. I'm sorry, Sean Shaw. Gain of 6.
This is already a better looking and a more calm version of what we've seen in the past.
Second down and 6. Nwangu breaks free, lowers the shoulder down to the 26-yard line.
Here is number 3.
Nwangu just following his blockers, and the Kansas linebackers and second-level guys, whenever they see that motion, they're moving with those tight ends and taking themselves out of gaps. And then you just see the speed that Nwangu possesses to get that first down.
Nwangu stays in the game. Pitch out right side. Nwangu. Another first down for Iowa State. They can't stop him. Gavin Potter the tackle, but 12 more yards for the senior.
First and 10 Iowa State at the 15.
Clock continues to move. Under 4 minutes remaining, third quarter. Quarterback keeper. And Purdy inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Both tight ends in motion. Allen, Sainer. Second down and 2. Hall. Touchdown, Iowa State. Breece Hall, the touchdown. And Iowa State climbs over the 30-point mark. They have now got 33. They lead by 19 with the extra point pending. And Iowa State is going to go for 2. They tried to kick an extra point in the first half that was missed. I don't know if that has anything to do with that or just the fact that they want to go up by 21 points. Purdy, bullet back of the end zone, finds his tight end, and the 2-point conversion is good. Charlie Kohler, the conversion, and the lead is now exactly 21.
The 25.
It has been a while since Jalen Daniels and the Kansas offense has been on the field. Now down 21, largest deficit of the afternoon. Daniels keeps it, and a gain of 2 on first down. Daniels, pressure backside, gets it away, and it is complete. Apparently, ball comes loose late. It's the tight end, Fairchild.
The receiver, and the fact that he couldn't make a football move was more the effect of getting tackled at the same moment.
So it's third down and 7. Kansas keeps the football. Using the feet, Daniels has the first down. And then some, out across the 40-yard line. That was almost a scary collision at the tail end of the run.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Isheem Young comes flying in here at the last second thinking, oh boy, this is going to be a scary collision.
Quarterback keeps it. And Daniels is tackled by Jake Hummel. Under second down and 10. Gardner. What looked to be a little bit of space closes quickly. There's Azuna. His first tackle since coming on for Young. He and Mike Rose with the tackle. A gain of 3. Kansas 3 for 10 on third down conversions. Daniels. Showing some guts. And did he get over the line? He did. How about that?
He didn't care about any injuries or his body.
Daniels. Pass as low as it intercepted, it appears to be. Greg Eisworth has the football. Second turnover of the game for Daniels, and Iowa State has the football back.
You know, it's so surprising that a talent like Eisworth, this is only his first interception of this season. He's one of these team captains on defense that seems to be everywhere around the football, and he has yet to come up with an interception until now.
Yep.
Yes,
that
is a clean catch. Greg Eisworth with the turnover for this Iowa State defense. Takes control.
So 7 plays on the drive for Kansas, ends up being an interception. Maybe the final play of our third quarter. Breece Hall Tries the left side. All already over 100 yards on the day. 18 carries, 116 yards with a touchdown. And it doesn't look like Iowa State's in any kind of hurry at all.
No, they're going to wisely take this one to the end of the quarter, and with a nice comfortable lead, this may be the MO for this offense going the rest of the game.
So the Iowa State Cyclones trying to get to 4-1 in Big 12 conference play. They got a good head start. They go to the fourth quarter up 21. Kansas, so far so good for the Cyclones. They outscore Kansas 15-7 in the third quarter, and they lead by 21 with 15 minutes remaining. 35-14 is our score. Iowa State has the football. Iowa State coming off a loss a week ago against Oklahoma State. They have led throughout. Hall move in the hole and just pushes the pile forward for 3 or 4 more yards. Scored his 10th rushing touchdown earlier in this second half. Third down at 4. Underneath pass to the tight end Kohler, and on coverage Kyron Johnson forces the incompletion. So it's fourth down is into the wind. Remember, Rivera had a 14-yard punt into the wind back in the first half. This one is a little bit better, but not a whole bunch better. Kansas will start the football at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, and you look at that Kansas State game, Will Howard, that young quarterback, 3 interceptions, and Deuce Vaughn, the super special running back, only 15 yards rushing in that game in Morgantown.
Werner wears number 73. He is from Washington High School in Cedar Rapids. Nice tackle made by Mike Rose. Fury as he brings down Belton Gardner.
Mike Rose. So what is it that you like about him? Like, he just never stops. His motor is always hot. He's always making plays. He's sideline to sideline, and he's a hitter. So you can see from high school to now, Mike Rose still playing with that engine hot.
Third down and 9. Daniels, big ball right down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Looking for Kwame Lassiter. Kansas really wanted to go for it, but fourth down and 9 inside the 30. There's just no chance. They'll have to punt the football away. Vernon's punt, full head of steam on the return. Coming back the other way, this is Eisworth, and Eisworth across the 50. So he had an interception not that long ago, and now a fantastic return of 28 yards for the senior safety. Iowa State has the football back. They lead by 3 touchdowns. 12:55 remaining. You'd imagine ball control and work on that clock. But you'd be wrong. Purdy. Out route complete to his tight end, Kohler. Kohler's had a nice afternoon.
And it's so special between he and Brock Purdy.
Hall. Inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. Marcus Harris, the tackle. Hall sitting on 20 carries, 127 yards. Nwangu, his backup, 4 carries, 53 yards. Both have touchdowns. So does the quarterback, Brock Purdy. Nwangu. Nifty feet. Another first down for the Cyclones. 431 total yards of offense for Iowa State. Purdy, middle of the field. Incomplete, looking for Kohler. Rattled around the fingertips for a while. It's third down. Second down and 10. Play action. Ball is knocked down.
Pass is incomplete.
Active play defensively. Third down and 10. Jailbreak. Look at the rush. Purdy has to get it out before he wanted to, and it's too high for Sean Shaw. Struggling kicker in Connor Asali, and this is not an easy attempt. Maybe this will get his confidence going. How about that? All right, a struggling kicker kicking into a 20-mile-an-hour wind is able to make a 41-yard field goal. Good job, Connor Asali.
you to find holes in the passing game, and then they ask their guys to keep inside track. There's John Haycock, the defensive coordinator, that gets a lot of attention for this defensive scheme. He can keep all the guys on the field, not a lot of substitutions, and they play really stout run defense and pass defense out of what looks like a lot of compromised run boxes because of only 6 guys in there.
He said, you know what? Bo Schembler believed in enjoying tackling and enjoying blocking. So you're going to see good blocking and good tackling when these two teams are playing.
Which he's talking about is fundamentals. Do the little...
Play clock winding down. Just get it off. And Daniels escapes 2 defenders. Beautiful ball. Across the 15 to the 45, Kwame Lassiter. That'll be a first down.
To get some more time and find the seam.
Gain of 25 yards. Gardner. Spun down inside the 25-yard line. Sophomore from Dallas, Mike Rowe. Highshaw comes in to replace Gardner. Quick flip to the outside, Lassiter. Lassiter now 5 catches on the afternoon.
And here they are up to the line, getting the play call, barking out the orders, get this play off.
Quarterback keeps it. And the tackle in space, Lawrence White, the 4th. Kansas continues to play fast. And it's quarterback sneak to get the first down. First down at 10. To the end zone. It is incomplete. Knocked down by Isheem Young.
So for a young guy, he's not afraid to make some tough throws.
He's never thrown a touchdown pass as a college player. He has run for a touchdown, and he's run for another. Jalen Daniels. Good, strong run. Pickup of 12 and a touchdown, his first touchdown of the game. And the Kansas down by 18. They're going to go for 2 and try and make it a 16-point game. And it's the end around. Parchment wants to throw, apparently. Across the field, an unusual play, but it works. Kwame Lassiter, the second off the find. From Breece Hall not in the game. It's Nwangu in the backfield next to Purdy. Keeper. Purdy. Pass fake caught him a couple extra yards. He picks up 4 yards, maybe 5 on first down. And Les Miles smiling when he talked about Karan Prunty. Looks like a lot of the great defensive backs that he coached when he was at LSU. Purdy. Intercepted. Intercepted by Kenny Logan. What a day he's had. On the return, Logan is brought down somehow by the tight end, Shaner. But an interception gets the ball back to the Kansas Jayhawks. So for Purdy, that is now his 3rd interception on the season. And down by 16, Kansas has the football back. Gardner wants to pass the football. Nobody's around, and he goes down in a swarm. Oh, maybe the overdeveloped sense of confidence there with the trick play.
An undisciplined ball, but those guys on defense sniffed it out. They get a big-time tackle for loss.
Loss of 10. Trying to fit the ball in a tight window. They're going to say the catch was made by Lassiter. Daniels brought down. Wonderful play by Will McDonald, the 4th. That'll go as another sack for him. He leads the team in that category. And Iowa State as a team with 9 tackles for losses so far in today's game.
Again, take a look at the finish. Look, his body control comes under balance. He knows that he could possibly get Daniels to try to cut back against him, and he takes the air away with a nice strong tackle. And I have to mention Jaquan Bailey, maybe statistically has not had a huge game, but he's the guy on the outside that caused Daniels to pull that ball down and allowed Will McDonald to get on that sack.
Reese Vernon has the wind at his back. Low kick takes a bounce, fielded on a hop by Eisworth, and goes out of bounds. You think that Eisworth would...
He just wants to make a play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Iowa State, they threw an interception last time they had the football. Let's see if they keep it on the ground. Hall second wave of defenders. Look at Breece Hall. He's got a chance. Breece Hall, touchdown, Iowa State.
Touchdown, Iowa State.
Oh, what a glorious back this kid is. Second rushing touchdown of the game. 58 yards for Breece Hall.
He never gives you an angle to hit him. He's always sort of twisting and turning. Watch the way he takes this ball and knifes right through the seam. And there's this never, that's a bad tackle. That's an overrun. There's a stiff arm. The guy just sort of possesses everything that you're looking for in a running back, and then all of a sudden he gets out into the third level and he shows off that speed. That's the way you close out games when you have a lead. You don't throw the ball down the field. You give it to your super special running back to take the ball in the end zone.
Second consecutive week that he has 185 yards on the ground. What a special back he is. Now 11 rushing touchdowns for the sophomore from Wichita. Extra point, up and good, and it is a 45-22 score.
Here's Breece Hall in all his glory. Take a look at the way he sets up all of these blocks. He uses his vision. He's got the suddenness and the quickness to make people miss, and the speed to hit that home run. Look at that. Look at the angles that he doesn't give you to hit him. He runs tough through the interior of that offensive line, and he's always falling forward. This Breece Hall is so special, and you understand why he's leading the country in yards per game. He's the guy that you need to close out these football games.
185 last week against Oklahoma State. Now exactly 185 again 7 days later to tie his career high. And the consistency, 100 yards every single game this season. Cyclones now playing in their 6th contest on the year.
You know, we talked to Matt Campbell about him, and we said, boy, you know, obviously you see what he does on the field, but what do we not see? Where can he get better? And he's like, listen, guys, this guy, he needs to be more of a complete back. He's got to understand blocking schemes a little bit more. He needs to approach practice reps as if they're game-like reps. He's like, that's about it. And that's just being a young player. A lot of these young players at any position, you sort of just focus in on what do I have to do in this particular scheme, in this particular moment. Now we got to teach him what he's going to do when he doesn't have the football. How do you carry out these fakes? How do you scan protections and pick up the rushers and the blitzers and the blockers? Those little things will come. He approaches the game in the right way. I don't think he's got to work on anything when it comes to running with the football.
If he's calling home, it's crazy. One of the things we did talk to about Matt Campbell, we've talked about this ad nauseum with him and his staff. So many of them from Northeast Ohio. A lot of them were coaching together in Toledo as well. And Matt Campbell had Kareem Hunt when Kareem Hunt was recruited out of the suburban Cleveland area. And Kendrick has started twice this season. Miles Kendrick had a couple of starts. 3rd down and 10. And tackled inbounds is Highshaw. And the punt is dropped. And the lefty with the kick down the left sideline, and not much doing there at all. And so we're going to have a backup quarterback come into the game. It's Hunter Deckers, true freshman quarterback. He is left-handed. State Player of the Year a year ago. Hunter Deckers from Hawarden, Iowa. I know my way around the state of Iowa, but I don't know where Hawarden is. Easton Dean, first catch of the year. Freshman to freshman. Dean, a redshirt freshman, makes the catch and powers forward for a gain of 25 yards.
Well, if you think that Hunter Deckers is going to come in and just hand the ball off to the running backs, nope, that's not going to happen. We're going to get some other young players as far as wide receivers in the game. We want to get those guys some touches too. So Iowa State with a comfortable lead late in the game. They're still throwing the football.
Jairell Brock is the running back next to Deckers. So Breece Hall, his afternoon is done. To the end zone. And it's a quick touchdown. Wow. Joe skates. Deckers to Skates, and perfection for Deckers. Comes onto the field, throws 2 passes, both complete with a touchdown.
Boy, that was a nice football, wasn't it? How tight that spiral was. He got that ball down the field with a lot of air, a very catchable ball. Look how pretty that is. That's the second pass of the day, sitting on the bench, probably eating sunflower seeds, going through some plays mentally in his head, not knowing if he's going to get in the game or not, and his second pass is a touchdown. It was a beautiful strike down the field.
All right, I don't want to kick a hornet's nest here, but ethically, we okay with that? Just coming in and just chucking and ducking? Already up by
Look,
a whole bunch?
You and I talked about before the game started the way the Big 12 was shaping out about can Iowa State get, even with the loss to Oklahoma State, can they get in the championship game? And we talked about all the scenarios, and there's a likely scenario that we could have a 3-way tie with this team, Oklahoma State and Kansas State. So what's the separator? Separator is point differential.
Okay.
So maybe that's the angle at which they're going with right now.
All right, the K-State game is not final, but they are in big-time trouble against West Virginia. That's it from here. We'll get you out to Indiana and Rutgers.